There's a saying that a full life is made of normal days that you decided to care about. I wasn't necessarily planning on making today's vlog like this. It just kind of happened. I've been taking my camera along with me as I go about my summer escapades, my last summer in the city. And it came together under this premise of something that I really want to share with you. And I think it'll be impactful. And you saw the title, Life is Passing You By, and this video popped up on your homepage for a reason. This is your time to start living it. We're gonna have some girl talk about this topic a little bit later on, but first let's see what I'm getting up to this summer. Oh, and by the way, at the time that I'm posting this video, there is a 4th of July sale happening on my Slim program. You can get 15% off with the code 4th, which adds up to pretty big savings. And you lock in this rate for as long as your membership is active. So follow the steps here, use the code 4TH at checkout and get 15% off of the Slim program. Good morning, I am having a summer Friday with my mom. So let me backtrack a little bit. In the fall is my favorite season. It was gonna be my last fall in the city. And I was like, I am doing fall this year because there's a phenomenon that as you get older, time just goes by faster and faster. And the reason for that is because you have less novelty as you get older. You're doing the same thing over and over again. And before you know it, like the seasons just fly by. This is my last summer in the city, and so I have made a promise to myself. Every week I'm doing something summery. I'm not letting summer pass me by. And it doesn't have to be extravagant, it can be small. Last week I had my sister-in-law over for dinner on Friday and we watched the sunset while we had dinner on the roof. And then I texted my mom this week and I said, do you want to take the train in on Friday and meet me? And we can go to the Copley Farmers Market. We're gonna shop around Newbury Street. I brought my lunch with me because it's 11 a.m. right now. And I figure like if we're out and about and if she wants to grab lunch, we could eat it somewhere or eat it in the garden. It is pretty warm. I actually texted her yesterday. I was like, is it too warm for you to come in? But I was working like an animal this week. Let me tell you, there is no motivation to get you to do your work than to say, I'm rewarding myself on Friday afternoon by spending the time just putzing around with my mom. So I worked a lot this week. I was doing like at least 10-hour days, Monday through Thursday, so that I could get everything done. And now everything is done. I do have a little bit of work to do when I get back. I have some client check-ins, but those are like so enjoyable for me to do. Usually I do those Friday mornings, but I had a few clients that were running late with getting in their journal. So I told them, just finish it up and I'll do it when I get back from hanging out with my mom. But I'm so excited. Let's see what the day brings us. Also, please pay no attention to this little area right here. I take my Apothecary herbal drops every morning and I got a little bit of the herbal drop on my shirt. That is not the first time it happened. In fact, while I was doing it, I was like, don't spill any on your shirt. And here we are. I had an inheritance until this afternoon.
What's that?
I had an inheritance until today.
See, this is my first.
She's doing a great job so far. She's gotten pecan butter, honey, and maple syrup. So in case there's an Armageddon, she'll have enough calories. So now we're gonna go to the library. What did you get? We're at the public library now. I love coming to the public library and just walking around and looking at the books, but also there's the beautiful courtyard. There's a concert in the courtyard that they do in the summers with instrumentals, and if you really want to make a day out of it, there's the tea room here. But we'll pop around here for a little bit, enjoy the air conditioning, and then go over to Newbury Street and do some shopping around there. And Mom has actually her shrew mommy, and we're just gonna sit. It's actually super nice. Yeah, it's really actually not bad at all when we're in the shade here. So we're gonna sit and have our lunch and gossip. This reminds me of when we were having lunch in Madison Square Park when we got my wedding dress.
Yes, definitely.
I just prepped a bunch of stuff. So what have we prepped here for meal prep? All right, we have got steamed red onions. This is butternut squash that was frozen that I put into the oven until it was cooked through. These are Brussels sprouts that I just put onto parchment paper and baked in the oven at about 425 until those were cooked through. I steamed some zucchini and I also roasted up some garlic. I'm gonna use that in a dressing. A couple of baked sweet potatoes, zucchini and summer squash. I put the zucchini and summer squash on silpat and put it in the oven with the Brussels sprouts on a different pan at 425. Those took about 30 minutes. And then I just have some spring mix here. So this is all gonna go into a big salad tomorrow. Okay, so my husband and I decided to spend the day just in the city. This is our last summer in the city, so we were like, let's just go walk around and have lunch and go to the garden and go to the market and all of that. So he is in Cava right now and he's getting his lunch and I brought my lunch, so I'll show you what I have. So I've got here roasted kabocha squash, cauliflower, zucchini, summer squash, and tofu. This is just an example of still being able to enjoy primary foods and spend time together without necessarily eating the same thing. Like we're still walking around the city, we're going to the market, we're still having lunch together. I brought the lunch that makes me feel good, he gets to have the lunch that makes him feel good, and we can still both enjoy that. And it's okay that we're eating different things and we can still spend this time together. Cookie Monster. This just goes to show that like it literally does not bother me at all when he gets cookies and ice cream. I could not care less because I'm just so happy with what I eat and how I eat, and his health is fine. Like he eats pretty healthy overall. He doesn't have any health issues. He respects how I eat. Literally he can do whatever he wants so long as he respects me. Like I don't care, and he's in good shape, so it's all good.
They gave me two.
Oh my gosh. Would you get a regular chocolate chip and then what do you give you, a chocolate?
Yeah, you gave me double chocolate.
Whoa. Hi. How are you? Good, how are you?
It's falling a little bit.
Thank you. It's been falling for me. water in the world. I am at Sully's Castle Island. If you know, you know. Tomorrow is Father's Day, and my dad is so good at staying on plan with the Slim program that on special days, he gets an indulgence. He's gonna die when he sees I got him Sully's onion rings. I just picked up an order of onion rings for him for tomorrow. And that's I get him onion rings every Father's Day. Celebrate another year of him staying on plan. So, all right. If you know, you know. We always came to Castle Island as a kid, so like this is so nostalgic for me. Okay, actually I had an opportunity to pull over and just talk to you about my philosophy as it pertains to eating off plan, because you know, you saw my husband got ice cream and my dad, I just got my dad onion rings, and I typically don't do stuff like this. Like I typically don't buy unhealthy food for people, and I get asked about this a lot. Like, does it bother me? What are my thoughts on it? And my thoughts are this: with somebody, you know, it's different for every single person. With somebody like my dad is on plan for the past 11 years, has been on plan 95% of the time. Every single meal that he eats at home is on plan. He only has indulgences on special occasions, and he says like that keeps him sane. Everybody's different. I think that for men it's a little bit easier to have some indulgences without it spiraling. It seems to be harder for women to do that because it's just, you know, women are a little bit more emotional. They say men's brains are like waffles, very compartmentalized. Women's brains are like spaghetti, everything kind of flows together. But for my dad, having indulgences like this, it actually keeps him on plan 95% of the time. And you know, at the end of the day, it's gonna get lost in the wash, whether he eats on plan 95% of the time or 100% of the time. Nutritionally, his body is probably gonna end up the same in the end. And so for him, this is what works. It may not work for you. You may not agree with it. That's fine. That's what works for him. It works for our family. And for my husband, like I was talking about earlier, my husband doesn't have any health problems. He has a very normal relationship with food. He's doing just fine. So if he has ice cream every so often, like, that's fine. It doesn't bother me. I think that the things that bother us about other people are unresolved things within ourselves. And I feel so at peace with my relationship with food and how I eat and just the way that I live my life. And he respects the way that I live my life. He very much respects it. And that's all I can ask for. Now, if it were a situation where he wanted help with his health, or if his health was an issue, then we'd be having a different conversation right now. But for right now, it's fine. It doesn't bother me. And I think that everybody's different. And if it does bother you, then that's not the situation that I'm dealing with. So everybody's different, and it's okay with me for right now. Maybe that'll change in the future if circumstances change. But with the circumstances that we have, I am okay getting my dad some onion rings on Father's Day, for crying out loud. Like, it's fine. In the end, whether you're on plan 95% of the time or 100% of the time, from a nutritional perspective, is not going to make a difference. The only thing that will make a difference is you knowing yourself and what's going to be most sustainable for you in the long term. For some people, abstinence is easier than perfect moderation. For other people, having those little indulgences actually keeps them on plan 95% of the time. But like I said, for some people, they indulge and then it spirals. So you have to know yourself. There's going to be some people who I would never pick up onion rings for. If they were on death's door and they absolutely had to stick to some diet, if there were a very dire circumstances here, if they had an addictive personality, if they were a food addict, then they wouldn't be having these onion rings. My dad is not a food addict. My dad is not on death's door, and it's not going to make a difference if my dad's on plan 100% of the time or 95% of the time as it pertains to his health. And he is more likely to stay on plan for the rest of his life if he does have these indulgences. But that might not be you. I can think of some of my clients who having a couple onion rings is going to turn into a month-long binge. So you got to know yourself. And with that, I'm headed home for real this time. I am taking my supplements. So because I eat a plant-based diet, I make sure to supplement with vitamin D3 and vitamin B12. If I didn't take these, I would be low in them. And these are not things to mess around with. Being low in vitamin B12 can lead, not making any claims here, to neurological implications. And low vitamin D, which over 40% of the population is low in vitamin D, is linked to inflammation. I was low in vitamin D because you get vitamin D from the sun, and I don't go in the sun, and I eat a vegan diet. So I made sure to create these supplements. These are linked in the down bar. I created these because I have really high standards for what I put in my body, and I couldn't find any supplements that didn't have unnecessary fillers and oils and gums and GMOs and sugar, and so I created these. So I'm gonna be taking these, and I will link these down below. You can get them shipped to your door every month, and you can subscribe and save, so it's cheaper. Okay, today we are celebrating a belated Mother's Day with Healthy Mummy because Mother's Day was right before my wedding, and there was just so much going on. I said, can we punt Mother's Day out a little bit? So it's actually the perfect day for what we're gonna do. It is a rainy Catterday here, and we are going to go see Devil Wears Prada 2. Devil Wears Prada, if you know, you know. Favorite movie, top 3 favorite movies of all time. Devil Wears Prada, The Notebook, and Mean Girls are my top 3, and then like number 4 is Great Gatsby. So, I mean, Devil Wears Prada just has such a special place in my heart. So I'm really excited. We're gonna go see that now, and then we'll see what happens next. It is absolutely pouring rain. Like, I was gonna vlog my mom when she gets here. Like, my hair is craziness. We're going to the West Newton Cinema because they have a 10 a.m. A 10 a.m. a matinee. Like, a 10 a.m. movie is my ideal movie time. I'm not going to the movies at 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Like, that's chaotic behavior. If I'm doing that, like, give me a call. Something's not right. So now I'm just waiting for my mom to get here. I didn't tell her what we're doing. I said, just meet me at this lot at 10 a.m. and then we're gonna head in and see the movie. Voila.
Not bad for 66 years old, huh?
Well, we're doing nothing crazy as promised.
What are we doing?
We're seeing Devil Wears Prada 2.
Yay!
At the West Newton Cinema.
Love the West Newton Cinema. I have 2 umbrellas.
Perfect.
One's from your wedding. All right.
So Emmy, last night we had Mexi, so we have leftover refried beans and rice, that's brown rice, with garlic, and I used chili powder because I ran out of chipotle.
Better than cinnamon.
True, I've done that.
And I've put cumin in my oatmeal.
So, and then with a little salsa and heat it up, and forgot, Emmy, forgot.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
With peppers and onions. And then reheat it in the microwave, and it's nobody's business but my own.
And then it looks like Kung Pao tofu is happening tonight. So these all get sauteed up. And then this is the sauce.
Soy sauce there.
Liquid aminos.
Yeah. Mmm.
We saw Devil Wears Prada 2. Great. And it rocked.
Feel good. Meryl Streep, Stanley Tucci.
Which is, you know, a tall task to follow up the Devil Wears Prada, my favorite movie of all time.
Very good. Oh, sacrilege. For lunch for today, or do you want me to just run later?
You can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, I'm sure Mom told you that Bob says the best wedding she's ever been to.
She said that?
Yeah.
Mom didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
What do you think made her say that? She said that we
she
saw on
said
the rail trail?
everything. The weather, everything. Yes, you're on the rail trail all the time.
Yeah. I made Healthy Mummy some lunch. I actually made this from Green Chef, so I'll link it below if you're interested. But this is a pasta dish with some cashew parmesan, onions, mushrooms, sun-dried tomatoes, and I added some kale, some tomatoes, and then it's a coconut milk sauce.
Your wedding weather was perfect. Perfect.
It was perfect for the men in suits in tuxes.
Yeah, and I mean, and I didn't have a shawl on. You know me.
Yeah.
I'm freezing. So you could use a shawl, you could not use a shawl. And people are outside at night still.
Mm-hmm.
Sunset.
I forgot about the fire pit. I didn't realize that they turned that on.
I agree. I mean, if we had seating outside, we would have lost everybody to the outdoors, the great outdoors.
I know, what a good thing. I was so happy to see all those people outside.
I know it.
I'm excited to go to their wedding though because we're gonna go to Elon.
Oh, nice.
So they're getting married in October or November. Right around when we're supposed to close on our house.
Yeah.
I'm either gonna fly into RDU and then we'll go to Elon and then go to the wedding in Charlotte or the other way around.
Yeah.
But I'll have to meet Slim.
Anything.
Get out of the way.
Cocktails of any kind.
I told
glad to see all
you,
that drinking
Bridge
going on.
came up to me and she goes, if you do not want to be lifted, tell me now. Because Mike is
He's
going
on
to
his
come over
way.
and he's going to lift you.
It was tired. It was tiring.
Yeah, Amy. Dad, what was your favorite song played at the wedding?
Well, you mean besides Proud Mary?
Well, then that was your favorite.
But no, there was one. There was another song. Well, you know, ironically,
The band called me. They want to hire me.
as corny as it may sound, but Sweet Caroline was really good
Really?
because everyone sang it. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone got it.
Right.
You know, and you can imagine the non-Red Sox fans there that, you know, like how are they, you know.
Mom, what was your favorite song at the wedding?
Oh.
We have such a great group of husbands, fiancés. Like all of our
But they get along.
fiancés and husbands are just the best.
Right, that's
and they
so
all know
important.
each other. And
They get along right out of the gate.
like for Lauren and Jared's wedding, they went golfing that morning together. I feel like I didn't even sit at the dinner table.
Not a lot of people kept, it was a high energy, so people kept leaving their spots because Leighton had to go find people and tell them, your dinner's on the table.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She said, if it's okay with you, I'm going to go get people because it's going to be cold.
Super simple me for... Okay, words. Super simple meal for me here, per usual. So I have the carb source, the starch source as kabocha squash for protein and fat. I have tofu that I put in the air fryer with some salt-free blackening seasoning. And then I have some lettuce, and I'm gonna pair some more lettuce with this. But sometimes, you guys, I literally just want the simplest things, and I don't want a cohesive meal. I just want to fulfill the requirements of making sure I get my starch, my veggies, my source of protein and source of fat. And let me show you the spice mix. So this is the blackening seasoning from Spice Walla. It's pretty good, no salt. Paprika, onion, garlic, white pepper, black pepper, cayenne, basil, and marjoram. So yeah, pretty good. All I did was coat the tofu in the blackening spice, and then I put it in the air fryer at 350 for about 12 minutes. Yum. Hello, my honeys. I'm headed to my parents'. My mom and I need to do a full wedding debrief. So it's Catterday, just finished up some work. I'm headed over for lunch. Let me show you what I'm making. In my Our Place glass, I put some shredded iceberg lettuce. I'm gonna put the summer squash and zucchini on top of this and sort of let the juices marinate into the lettuce. So you can see we've got that nice caramelization on there. Oh my goodness, how delicious does this look? Oh my gosh, you guys, how funny is this? A rogue orange sweet potato. I actually think this is like a garnet yam, but a rogue one got mixed in with that Japanese sweet potato. So it looks like we're going orange today. Next, I'm gonna roast up some tofu. All right, we've added in the tofu. So now we've got it all assembled, a nice, big, hearty bowl of food. It's gonna be delicious, it always is. We've got the goods secured. Let's head over.
Hello, Emmy.
Hello.
Cards are already looking pretty good up there.
It's because of the bourbon I buried. These tomatoes taste...
I'm smothered.
I'm feeling these tomatoes. Has Dad used them yet? No, you don't want to. If they're too hot, you ruin them. Yes. So as you can see here, Healthy Dad is currently shucking? Is it shucking or shucking?
Like, aw, shucks.
Shucking the
shuck the
con. I still feel like I haven't seen Slim. We went on our mini moon. I genuinely feel different being married.
Better or worse?
Way better. It's
Yeah.
like you have this, a deeper level of commitment isn't the right word because I've obviously always been committed to Slim, but it's like you are untouchable. your
Off the market.
union together. So I think I'm gonna stay married.
Okay, we'll see you in a few weeks.
I was just in disbelief the whole rehearsal that we were outdoors.
Welcome party was madness.
I had so much fun. I was buzzing at the welcome party. I, like, once again, just couldn't believe that we were outside.
No one seemed bothered by the weather at all.
That's what I learned through that. I didn't realize that she had already decided
What's that?
that you were gonna marry him.
Oh, I didn't know that either. They should told her at 4 months.
I know.
I think Ty gets a special award though for his weekend championing. He cooked like a award. Sober driving, delivery home.
Yep.
No
Most
visuals.
important job.
Couldn't see. No field of vision.
I had a nice chit chat with Michaela and Ellen and Ben. We actually had a table for quite a while.
Oh yeah, at the welcome party?
Yep. So we were able to chit chat.
Erin was the most valuable guest because she buried the hot dog at midnight. I couldn't believe people were outside like all night at the wedding.
I know.
And I forgot about the fire pit.
Yeah, same. I thought the food was good.
I didn't even see the food.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't see it. There were so many things I didn't see.
Mushroom pizza. I never saw the Mediterranean thing at the wedding. Never saw
Me either. I was like, did that happen? And I asked people and they said that it did happen.
Yeah.
There was like a Mediterranean spread with like hummus and falafel
at the wedding.
During cocktail hour.
It was I think it was all.
Yeah, kind of off to the side.
I saw it somewhere. It was
Oh,
not.
yeah.
It was not on Main Street.
When did you guys start to think the weather was gonna turn to the better?
For me,
Yeah.
you know, in my mind, in my heart, I always thought it was going to be good. I didn't understand why the weather kept saying bad because I
Yeah.
was so convinced it was going to be
Yeah.
good. But when we got out of the car at the rehearsal,
Yeah, that's when I started to
Because
feel.
we were so.
Good witch.
Did you dig up the booze?
no, I didn't.
The bourbon's still there.
Of course, I did the garden yesterday. And
Yeah.
we're in here. We're exhausted because we worked all day yesterday. And I go, the bourbon is still
Still
sitting.
there.
Dig down for the tomato.
I couldn't believe when Michael, the photographer, was like, "All right, groom will be here in 10 minutes." I was like,
Yeah.
"What?"
Well, like you said, as soon as you got out of the car, everything started to speed up.
On the wedding day,
Yeah.
when I pulled up to Belmare on the day of the wedding, I was driving myself in my Jeep, and I pulled in.
Oh, first of all, can I backtrack? The fire truck.
I was like, "We gotta go." You're like this. I told Mom this, that I pull in and I see her go like this. The bride has arrived.
Bridezilla's here.
The bride has
that was-
arrived, and then
I looked at me, she goes, slow down.
I don't even know what happened
Shuffled
after
her
that.
off. Shuffled off the buffalo.
I don't even know what happened after that. Well, I was just in the best mood. I was getting so excited because
You were in a good mood. Wedding morning, I was up. I was the first one up, wasn't I?
Mom and I were up at 3:30. We woke up at 3:30. We both went back to sleep. We get up at, I don't know, 6. I think we got out of bed at 6. And then Rob came down like 7. And he goes, I was up at 3:15.
Oh my gosh. I went to bed at
I was not prepared for how like overwhelming it becomes when other people start running the time. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot of people and bustling, and there's a lot of people involved. There are a lot of photographers, a lot of videographers.
well, I hired 5.
You know, so there's all these people.
I didn't even notice the videographers, the photographers. Like, I didn't even know that they were
Then
there.
after the reveal with the girls, I'm looking in their champagne or whatever that, I don't even know what it was.
Yeah.
Sparkling something on the table, so I start unwrapping it.
Yeah.
I said, I need a can opener to crack this open.
Were people drinking it?
I handed it to the girls as they were leaving.
Yeah.
Take this. Take this, I paid for it.
Mom and I get home Saturday exhausted.
Yeah.
Like, completely wiped out.
All right, let's chit chat about the title. Life is passing you by. Show me how you spend your days, and I'll show you how you spend your life. We have this idea of our future selves that lives this nirvana, euphoric, we've got it all together type of life, and we cast that version off into the future, and we're like, we'll get there someday, and we'll live our fullest, best, happiest, healthiest life sometime in the future. Like, I know it'll happen, I'll get there. And then the years go by. And I talked about that phenomenon, that as you get older, time goes by faster. And the reason for that is because there's less novelty. You do the same thing every day, and that's why time goes by so fast. The years go fast because every day looks exactly the same. And this isn't to say, like, I don't want you to think, oh my gosh, this means that I need to go skydiving and I need to go to concerts and travel. No, don't confuse a life that is intentional with a life that is chaotic, because the most fulfilling lives are not ones where you're going skydiving and Rocky Mountain climbing. There's a saying that a full life is made of normal days that you decided to care about. I don't like going to concerts. I don't like being up late. I don't want to go skydiving. I don't want a loud, chaotic life. I like my simple life, but I like living in a way that is intentional, where I make normal days feel a little bit more elevated. I personally like doing things seasonally. So in the fall, I love to go apple picking. I love for it to feel like fall. Now that it's summer, I like it to feel like summer. So eating dinner outside, swimming in the pool after work, walking around in a tank top and flip-flops, things that make it feel like summer, which is part of why I love living in New England, because we do get every season. You have to make yourself feel alive during the mundane, normal days. If you only let yourself feel alive during these big moments where you are skydiving or traveling, the big things that happen like once a year, you're gonna miss out on most of what your actual life is, because your actual life is not those big moments. It's what you do every single day. I'll say it again, show me how you spend your day and I'll show you how you spend your life. This doesn't have to be grandiose. It doesn't have to be these crazy things that you go and do, but it does have to be things that make you watching this video feel like you lived a full life. And it can be tiny and silly. And you just want to ask yourself, what can I do today to turn this normal day into one that I will remember, and one that was intentional and worth living, and I didn't just go through the groundhog motions. It truly can be so silly, and don't make your decision based off what you think other people would consider to be fun. Like, I gave the example of concerts. I don't like going to concerts. I don't like being up late. That's like the main thing, is I just hate being up late. It's just not my thing. And that's okay, because what I find fun, other people don't find fun. Like, I think apple picking is fun. I think shopping is fun. I think going on walks is fun. I think just sitting outside and reading is fun. So today, for example, after work, I'm gonna sit outside for 20 minutes with my Kindle in the summer heat and read. And that's what made this day memorable for me. And tied into this is the fact that we save things. There's something called the specialness spiral. We save certain things for the perfect time. So a certain shirt or a dress or an outfit, or I don't know, it speaks to you. For me, it speaks to me through clothes, but it might speak to you through something else. I'm gonna wait to wear this outfit until the perfect opportunity arises and I get invited to a brunch, or I'm going to France for dinner. The more you save an item, once you learn this psychological phenomenon, it will never leave your brain. The more you save an item, let's say I'm saving this item. Lord help me, this is actually part of my husband's new putting mat, which is in our kitchen. But let's say that this is a headband, and I am wearing for the perfect day to wear this headband. The more I save it, the more special it becomes, and the higher the bar gets for something that feels worthy for me to wear this. But here's the thing, as time goes on and this increases in value in terms of how special it is, and the bar gets higher and higher, nothing feels worthy enough for me to use this item, so the item never gets used, and the days don't feel as special and spectacular because they aren't of high enough caliber to reach this item. So this gets higher and higher, and your perception of how special your normal days are gets lower and lower. And now you have this huge gap that you've created. Wear the headband today, wear the outfit today. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. To be alive today is the celebration. It's more wasteful to not wear this on a regular Tuesday. Elevate that regular Tuesday by wearing this, and wear this every day to make it a special part of your day every day. Every day is worthy of that. There's also, I don't know if it's a psychological phenomenon, it's more of like a mindset trick for growth. The mentality of acting as if. So acting as if you already are that version of yourself that you want to become. That's how you become that person. So that idea of yourself that I talked about at the beginning of this clip, like, the version of me who goes apple picking in the fall and wears the cute outfits and is happy and goes swimming after work. Act as if you already are that version of yourself, and that's how you become that version of yourself. You can be that person today. You know, I always tie these sort of lessons back to health, and I think about my clients and how it pertains to their health journey. And there's a poem by Robert Hastings called The Station. And it says, you know, like, when I get the job, then I'll be happy. Once I get the promotion, then I'll be happy. Once I get the car, then I'll be happy. Once my kid graduates from college, then I'll be happy. And the goalpost just continues to move. And there's the idea of once I reach the station and the confetti is falling and the crowds are cheering and everybody's chanting my name because I finally did it, then I'll be happy. And then you realize that there is no station, and the joy comes from the journey of life and the stops along the way. And so when it comes to your health journey, we have this idea of like, oh, when I'm healthy and when I've lost the weight, we cast that version of ourselves off into the future. But in order to become that person, see, here's where we get into trouble, because then we do lose the weight, and that idea of ourselves, we're so used to casting them off onto the horizon that when we do lose the weight and we get there, we're like, wait a minute, I thought I was supposed to see that number on the scale and I'd magically become that person. You became that person along the way if you use the act as if sort of mind trick. So if you're a client of mine, if you're one of my coaching clients or you're in the Slim program, the moment you enter this program, the moment we begin working together, the moment that you start eating your meal plan, act as if you already are that person, because listen, the version of yourself that you're going to be when you lose the weight is going to be doing the same exact habits as you are on the way to get there. So you got to enter into that version of yourself the moment you begin. I said this on my live Q&A with my coaches the other day. I said I had a hair clip, and it was a really great way to use it. I guess I could use this toothpick. That we are souls having a human experience. I know it sounds so like, what did I smoke this morning, right? I didn't. This is just how I perceive life, how I've taught myself and learned how to perceive life. This is your soul, right? This is what you experience life in, your body. So we are souls having a human experience. I know this sounds super woo-woo, but if this wasn't the case, then why is it that when you die, your body is still here, but this part has gone away? When somebody dies, their physical body is still here, but where have they gone? You know, their soul has passed on. So we are souls having a human experience, and I tell my clients that when you come into my program and you work with me, this is what I see. I see your soul, and I can see that the body that you're experiencing life in doesn't feel aligned with your soul, and that's why you feel mismatched. Usually it is the case that my clients, these wonderful souls, these wonderful humans, are living inside of a body that they don't feel proud of, that makes them feel weighed down, distracted, they can't go out and live their lives. So the goal is to create alignment between the soul and the body that you're experiencing life in. And today is the day to do that. And act as if this and this are in complete alignment, because you're going down, the days they're moving. You can never get time back. Once time is gone, it is over, and all of the money in the world, all of the resources can never, ever, ever give you time back. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than the ones you did do. That's something that Mark Twain said. And it is so true, because imagine that 1 year from now, you are in the same exact spot as you are today. If you aren't making changes, if you're not acting in alignment with the person that you want to be 1 year from now today, you are never going to reach that version of yourself. The only way to become the person that you want to be 1 year from now is to act like that person today. If you don't do it today, what makes you think you're going to do it tomorrow? You're not going to. Today is the day to do it, because your life is passing you by and you will never get this time back. And if you feel like, well, I've tried this over and over again, I've tried to get healthy a million times. I've had clients who I've had for years who have come back and worked with me time and time again. And something that I say to them when they feel down about themselves, because they're like, oh, I'm coming back to do this again, I just can't get this right. Today, you are the wisest version of yourself that you have ever been, and you know things now that you didn't know the last time you tried this program, or the last time you worked together. You have so much more self-awareness and knowledge about yourself that you didn't have, and you've stumbled forward. Yes, you've stumbled and you've fallen down, but you fell forward and you moved yourself along. Okay, I have said a lot, and my camera is telling me I've been talking for quite a while here, so I hope I got the point across here. And hey, come join me in the Slim program and use the code FOURTH for 15% off. Happy 4th of July. America may be 250 years old, but you're not gonna be 250 years old. Your time is a lot more limited, so let's take advantage of your time. I love you, honeys, and I'll see you in my next video.